Hello and welcome to my presentation on social media and introduction. My name is Stefano Sandri and I'm a postgraduate master's student in public relations at the University of Westminster. So, what exactly is social media? Social media is a collective term for media platforms and technologies which turns communication from a one-way communication into interactive two-way conversations. Also, social media is founded on the creation, exchange, and distribution of user-generated content, such as videos, audio recordings, opinions, and virtually everyone who wants to share it with the world. This means both the sender and receiver have the opportunity to respond to one another's opinions. Originally, the term social media comes from social interaction and the media, so the term is quite self-explanatory where it's coming from. The sociological aspects of social media is all about sharing opinions, content, and knowledge. Everyone can contribute to a specific topic or area of interest, so collaboration is an important sociological factor of social media. It brings people together. With social media, we all connect with each other and start gaining information that we have never had access before. By doing so, sociological concepts develop into new direction and it looks like we are progressing to more transparent and open humans. Culturally speaking, social media merges cultures from all parts of the world and even creates their own culture. Own cultures, or online tribes, develop themselves when people with the same interest gather together and start using phrases or inside jokes to identify themselves with each other. The concept of online tribes can be seen as an early version of social media and it still continues to be an important part of it. So, by understanding that social media changes sociological as well as cultural aspects, it is important to understand how we can communicate and reach our audience the best possible way. So what? You might ask yourself, and why is this relevant to the public relations industry? Well, simply speaking, social media is one of the fastest growing communication channels and is being integrated more and more in our daily lives. Also, the receiver or consumers gain with the open two-way approach more power and influence. This bottom-up power allows individuals to either promote or destroy one's reputation. People with strong followers and users interested in their activities may quickly become influencers who are able to tell their people what to do and not to do. For example, Nike's Facebook page may have 3 million fans, but it makes them not necessarily into a good influencer. Hypebeast, a leading fashion blog, on the other hand, may have far less fans or followers on their social media platforms, but they have such a strong reputation within the industry that they can easily influence their 85,000 fans more effectively than Nike, on top of their regular visitors of their blog. Many fans or followers does not equate to influence, so it is important to understand that smaller individuals may have more power than the corporates. Social media is therefore not just relevant, but very important to the practice of public relations. It is important to manage this power and either respond or act accordingly in order to prevent any major disasters. So what will we do about it? We will use social media for several aspects of the receiver's life. As each individual social media platform has a very specific role in the things we do, it is important to understand which platform does what. Facebook, for example, is seen as a very private communication tool and platform for personal interests, so the communication within Facebook has to be quite personalized and direct. Twitter, on the other hand, seems to be more business-oriented and is seen as a fountain of information, being almost entirely publicly available compared to Facebook. Blogs are personal media distribution channels and allow for a platform for discussion on your own personal issues and topics. This is the best place where you have your own media channel and provide the world with the information you want them to consume. YouTube is the main audio-visual viewing channel and allows you to post videos, share them, and receive feedback in an instant. This social media channel is a very important one since videos are strong influencers. Other social networks, such as LinkedIn, allow for professional recruitment and analysis of potential companies. So clearly, the social media landscape is virtually endless, and there is a place for everything within this channel and the things we do in our lives. The list is endless, so I hope that this quick peek into social media platforms give you the understanding of what these technologies do and how we will use them for your benefit. So clearly, social media platforms aid us in different aspects of our lives and are very important to manage. So what's the benefit for you? Your benefit if you engage in social media is that you will be approachable and more transparent to your audience. Recent studies conducted by the Edelman Trust Barometer clearly indicate that this element is very important in the communication with an organization, and consumers request these ways of communicating. It gives you insight in your audience and you will be able to see them from a different perspective. Also, feedback from the receiver allows you to respond to their messages, and you can therefore act accordingly and improve or sustain your brand's reputation. Two-way communication and personalized responses also leave the receiver with a feeling of care, which may lead to a strong relationship between your organization and your audiences. While social media has many advantages, there are problems as well. Information travels faster than ever, and if you end up having a crisis, the world will be out there within seconds and it will spread like a bushfire. While individuals can recommend your brand to their friends and share their positive experiences with everyone they know, they can also destroy your reputation by telling the opposite. With social media and the development of these technologies, messages spread throughout the web and to offline media within seconds. And if certain individuals gain power over their listeners and audiences, even the largest corporations will have a hard time convincing them from their own views. So yes, there are some disadvantages within the practice of social media, but it is key to not ignore them and regulate the flow of data and information. So clearly, there is a thin line between gaining trust and losing reputation in the social media environment. The best way to deal with these issues is to respond directly and communicate in such a way that it's trustworthy. Messages need to be authentic and not mass-produced, so content is key. There may be a problem or two along the way with having the perfect social media strategy, but on the long run, honest and personalized communication to your audience will pay off very well. Long-lasting and personal relationships between your brand and your audience is key in this oversaturated world of information. I thank you very much for your attention, and if you have any question, please feel free to connect with me on any of these social media platforms. Thank you.